Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetsnews.com and today we are going to do the quick unboxing and full review of the Moto G, and this is the Indian version of Moto G which we have with us. We have the 8GB model as of now, and again there is no difference in between the 16GB and the 8GB model apart from the storage, so the specifications remain the same. The model number of this Moto G is XT1033 as you can see, and it comes from Motorola, and Motorola has recently launched this phone, and we have done several videos on this phone that how good this phone is when it comes to the hardware. So you are getting actually a very good hardware for the price you pay for it, which is again quite affordable. It starts with 12,499 for the 8GB, and then you can pay around 14,000 for the 16GB model. So we will now do a full review of this phone, and again I would like to point something here is that I've been using this device for more than a week now. Or maybe around 3 to 4 days I have been using this device approximately, and I'm doing this unboxing only for you. This box has already been opened, so this is not a new unboxing, so just wanted to show you the content. That is why I'm doing the unboxing. I have already used the phone and there are applications installed on the phone. So this is how the package looks like, and again the package is very simple and small. At the back side of the package we have some Google applications mentioned for the marketing and all, and then there are some features which I've mentioned about this device, that this device has a Corning Gorilla Glass technology for the glass protection, so you do have that. And here we have the Moto G image on the front, and it comes from Motorola. It is not a Google company now because Google has actually bought Motorola previously when they actually came out with Moto G, but now it is owned by Lenovo. Lenovo has actually bought Motorola, so Moto G is going to come under the hood of Lenovo mobile phones in future. But as of now the box actually says the Google company, but again it is not a Google company now. So once we open the package, these are the things, and the first thing which we get in the package is the device itself. And here we have the Motorola Moto G, one of the most popular smartphone these days, quite affordable. In terms of the build quality, I would say this device is very good. For this price you can actually get a very good build quality on this phone, which you might not get on some other phones out there, some other sub Android budget phones basically. So we will take a look over the device later on. Let's take a look what we have in the package. So apart from the device, if we take a look, we get some standard headphones which come within the package with Motorola branding. It has a button to pick the call. Here we have the mic module, and these are again very standard headphones. We have used these headphones and again put them inside because I did not like the overall clarity of the sound which comes out from these headphones. And again the overall clarity of sound is pretty okay, but again the bass levels are missing. The sound quality is not that too great, but again they are very standard headphones at this price which you will get with this phone. This is how the audio lead look like, and there is nothing extraordinary with these headphones, but again regular headphones are these, and the overall sound quality is also kind of average, not too good. And here we have the charger. So I have actually not opened the charger. Let me just open the same to show you what kind of charger actually comes and what is the output rating of this charger looks like. So let me just open it, and it comes with this Indian pin connector so that you can actually connect it to the wall port. So you have a connector over here which actually is mounted over this particular charger, and I think it is stick to it. So the output current from this is going to be, it is 850 milliampere, which is the output current from this charger which you will get. And then we have the micro USB cable which is again connected to it. So you do not get a micro USB cable. The data cable does not come within the package of this phone, so you will have to buy it separately in case you want to do data syncing with this phone with your PC. You have to buy it separately. And apart from which, apart from these two things, you also get the user manual for this phone from Motorola. And then we have a guide which comes in Hindi as well, because this phone is actually now going to be available in India, so they have actually given. And then another Hindi guide, a quick start guide with Hindi, and a get started guide with English language as well. So these are all the things in the package, and this is how you can actually remove the back cover. In order to remove the back cover, you need to actually pull it from the bottom, and we will just show you how to do that. So let's put all these things aside and let's take a look over the device now. Now here we have the Motorola Moto G, the Indian version of Motorola Moto G, and when it comes to the back side of this Motorola Moto G, the back cover is actually rubberized matte finish. Pretty good. It gives you a very nice grip when you hold this device in one hand. As far as the display size is concerned, it has got a 4.5-inch high definition display. It is a 720p display, not a full high definition display. The resolution is 720x1280, and again the display quality is pretty good. You can view it from extreme angles without any issues, and the pixelation is also not there on this display because it is 720x1280 on 4.5 inch. It gives you a pixel density of around 326 pixels per inch, which is fairly good for a device like this. The display is of pretty good quality, that is something which we can say, and at this price point the kind of display you are getting on this phone is definitely better than the other phone which we have in the market. And in order to remove the back cover, you need to actually place your finger over here, and then you need to pull this thing out so that you can remove the back cover. This is how you can actually remove the back cover. You might need to insert your nail to actually pull this thing out. And once you remove the back cover, you can see that the battery is concealed inside the phone, so you cannot remove the battery. The SIM card slot 1 is over here and the SIM card slot 2 is over here, and again the battery is non-removable, and also you cannot expand the storage of this device with the help of micro SD memory card. But again, one thing which is good about this phone is that it has OTG support, so you can actually connect a flash drive with the help of an OTG cable, which is again not going to come within the package of the phone, but you will have to buy it on your own. But you can actually live up with the limited storage of this phone with the OTG cable, so that you can actually watch movies on the go or any videos or anything. You can actually have them on a flash drive and then connect it later on with the device, and we will show you about that as well, how to do that. When it comes to the camera at the back is a 5 megapixel camera, autofocus with LED flash, and here we have the loudspeaker. And when it comes to this side, you have the volume rocker. With both of these volume rockers are finished in chrome, gives a very nice look to this device, and again the device look pretty good. The front, or basically the front glass and this border is actually made up of chrome, so it is a chrome finishing which we have on the edges, which again makes this device look good. When it comes to the front, you have complete glass. Here's the front camera on this device, and it is a 1.3 megapixel fixed focus camera. When it comes to the bottom, the touch capacitive buttons are not within the body of the phone, but they are within the display, so they will take some part of the screen resolution at times in some of the application, but not in all. The overall physical design of this phone is pretty good. You can easily hold the phone in one hand, it gives you a very nice grip, and the curved back cover actually gives a very firm grip when you hold this device in one hand. It does not feel awkward in any way, and again this device is pretty good for one-handed usage as well, as you can reach almost every part of the screen with one hand, so one-handed usage is not going to be a problem with this device. Now on physical dimensions, if we take a look over the thickness of the device is 11.6 millimeter, which is again not too thin. So again the device is definitely not very thin, but in terms of the weight it is around 143 gram, which is again fairly okay for a smartphone of this display size. So it does not feel heavy at all, that is something which we can tell you. And again the thickness might be an issue for some people out there, but again you can't expect much at this price point. And the front has Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection, so it is resistant to fingerprints and scratch, not to fingerprints but to scratches pretty quickly. And the front display of the device is protected with Corning Gorilla Glass 3, so it is resistant to the scratches to an extent, but when it comes to the fingerprints, you will see the fingerprints quite easily on this display, which can be again washed out. But when it comes to the scratches, it is resistant to an extent, but if you try to scratch it deliberately, you can do it. Taking a look over the UI, the UI which we have on this device is again stock Android. There is no customization which we can see. There are little amount of customization in terms of some new icons with has Moto Care and some other application. The Moto Migrate application is also there, the Motorola Migrate, which actually allows you to transfer the data from other phones to this phone. You can actually transfer it from data from your iPhone to Android phone, or from Android to this any other Android to this phone with the help of Bluetooth and other things. These are all the things which you can transfer, including SIM contacts. You can actually transfer other things as well. Let me just show you the same. So you can transfer music, photos, videos, SIM contacts, call history, and you can also transfer the settings when it comes to the volume and screen brightness, and you can transfer the SMS as well with the help of this Motorola Migrate application, which is definitely going to help you a lot. Now when it comes to the home screen, you have like 5 home screen which you cannot increase and decrease. And when it comes to installing third-party launcher, once you install a third-party launcher, you can have more home screen. And when it comes to the notification center, this is how the notification center look like. And when we take a look over the settings over here, first of all let me just show you the version of Android. So we have just got the KitKat update on this device. So the Motorola Moto G is running Android 4.4.2, which is KitKat. And again let me just show you the same. As you can see, it is running KitKat. So KitKat is already there on this device, and device is again fluid. There is no lag or no UI problem in terms of the any kind of lag or any kind of problem with the UI is concerned. So Android 4.4.2 is running quite smoothly on this device without any issues. And let me just show you the storage after the update. So it was not a big update, but again it has not affected the storage of the phone. So this is the 8GB model on which you get around 5.52 available to the user. That is the approximate available storage memory on the internal storage available to the user, and out of which around 3.36GB is available because we have installed some applications in game which actually constitute around 1.16GB. So again, when it comes to external storage, you do not have any option of adding a micro SD memory card into this device, but you do have the option of mounting a USB disk because this device supports OTG, and with the help of OTG you can actually use an external storage flash drive to connect it and watch the data or consume the data in terms of picture, videos or anything you have on the flash drive with this device with the help of OTG cable. When we take a look over the display brightness which we have on this device, you do have support for automatic brightness as well. And when it comes to wallpapers, you have support for live wallpapers, static wallpapers. Video wallpapers are not supported by default. When it comes to some other settings, when we take a look over the RAM, so after the KitKat upgrade, the RAM is also pretty good. In terms of the total amount of free RAM, it is little bit less as compared to the free RAM which we used to get earlier before KitKat, but again the device is responsive and there is no problem with the device as far as UI transition is concerned, as far as switching in between applications is concerned. And as of now, around 1GB of RAM is available on this device, out of which around 603 MB of RAM is being used and 280 MB of RAM is free. And again, the free RAM is not that much, but I do not notice any kind of UI problem or lagginess in the UI on this device till now. And here we have the location settings, and again under the location settings you also have some battery saving modes. So in case you actually specify the options over here, either if you would like to use high GPS accuracy when it comes to GPS navigation or Wi-Fi as well, and that then it will definitely consume more battery on this device, but you do have battery saving options in which it will use the Wi-Fi and mobile networks to determine the location. In case you set it to use GPS only, then again it will also consume a different amount of battery. But in battery saving mode, even when you are using GPS navigation on this device, once you specify the battery saving mode, you will actually save a lot of battery on this device, but the GPS navigation will take little bit more time when you use it on this device. But GPS navigation is supported and there is no problem with that, and we have tried doing GPS navigation with this device and it worked perfectly fine. When it comes to tethering, you do have the option of creating a portable Wi-Fi hotspot. You do have VPN support as well, so you can create a portable Wi-Fi hotspot with the help of 3G SIM card which you can insert into this device, so that is also possible. When it comes to dual SIM manager, you do have a dual SIM manager in which you can actually specify out of these two SIM cards which you can insert into this device, which one you would like to use for data and which one you would like to use for voice calling. You also have the battery saver option under the settings. As you can see, once you go into battery settings, you can actually see which of the things on your phone actually are using more battery. When it comes to the overall battery backup which you have on this device, the battery which we have on this device is 2070 mAh battery which we have on this device, which is non-removable. And again, you can make sure that the battery gives you more backup on this device once you enable the battery saver under the battery settings. So once you enable this will actually make sure that the display brightness gets decreased at times whenever you are not using the phone, so that you can have more backup from the device when it comes to battery. And apart from all these things, you also have the Motorola privacy settings over here, which actually allows you to collect some kind of data from this device whenever you are using it. You can always turn off these options in case you care about your privacy, because these options are definitely not going to pinpoint anything which you are using on this phone, but it is going to provide some data to Motorola so that they can improve the overall experience on the phone when it comes to Moto G and the upcoming Moto X. You also have the printing support on this device, so you can do a cloud print with the help of HP plugin, which is already coming pre-installed, and it is part of the settings on this phone. So you can print wirelessly with this phone with the help of HP printers. Now taking a look over the system information which we have for this device, we have got an ARM V7 processor on this device, clocked at 1.2 GHz quad-core processor it is, and it is Snapdragon 400 chipset. The exact processor model is, or the chipset model is MSM8226, as you can see. And when it comes to some other settings, let me just show you the settings for the display as well. And again, the display is 720x1280, but because of these touch capacitive buttons, some of the application may not enjoy the full display, because the effective display is going to be 720x1184. When it comes to the sensors which we have on this device, you have 3-axis accelerometer sensor, magnetic field sensor is also there, so it will give you precise navigation data whenever you are doing navigation on this device, and it will work perfectly fine. Orientation sensor is there, proximity sensor is there, you have ambient light sensor, and you also have a display rotation sensor. So when it comes to sensor, you have adequate amount of sensors on this device to work perfectly when it comes to gaming or navigation. Now here we have the camera UI, as you can see, and in order to bring the settings you need to swipe it like this. In order to bring the gallery, you can actually swipe it from here, and you can bring the gallery. You can also launch Google Now this way if you bring it from the home icon basically. Otherwise you can actually bring down the settings. So let me just toggle to the front camera first of all to show you the view. So this is how the view will look like from the front camera. The front camera is a 1.3 megapixel fixed focus camera, but again the video quality which is coming out from the front camera seems to be pretty good. You can do a decent good quality of video chat from the front camera, which is definitely good for this device. When it comes to the back camera, this is how the view look like from the rear 5 megapixel camera. It does have autofocus, and whenever you tap on the screen, it will first of all focus and then it will take the photo. You do have tap to focus in such a way that you actually tap on it, it will focus. When it comes to the settings, you do have support for HDR mode. You have the option of taking the photos in the panorama mode. You have a slow motion video recording which you can test on this device. You also have touch to focus as well. So once you enable this, you can actually have control focus. So this is how you can actually do tap to focus on this device in case you want to. Otherwise it will take the photos when you tap on the screen. So let me just take a photo as of now and show you the same. So this is how the photo look like, and again when it comes to this photo, the kind of details which you can see on this photo is pretty good. And again the camera UI and the overall shutter speed has been enhanced after the KitKat update. That is something which we have noticed. So the camera bugs has been fixed with the 4.4, and again the overall quality of the photos when it comes to taking a photo in indoor room with some artificial light is actually better on this device now after the KitKat update. That is something which we have noticed. So again the overall image quality from this device is pretty good. Now when it comes to some other settings, you do have some other settings like you can change the aspect ratio of the photos, you can change the photo or sound which is actually there when you take a photo. You do have other settings as well. When it comes to recording high definition video, you can record high definition video from this device from the rear camera at 720p but not at 1080p. So the 5 megapixel camera can take decent photos, especially when you have good amount of light. Otherwise the overall quality will look good, but when it comes to shots which you take in low light, you will see good amount of noise in those photos. Otherwise the shots will come pretty okay when you have good amount of light when you are taking the photo from this device. So the overall touchscreen response from the device is pretty good. So considering this is a budget Android phone which is available at a very affordable price point, the overall UI or the touchscreen quality or the colors on the display are actually good. So there is no compromise which has been done as far as display is concerned or the touchscreen response is concerned. The touchscreen is as responsive as you see on any other high-end Android phone out there. Here we have the phone dialer, as you can see, and again the phone dialer does not have the option of making a video call. Let me just show you the messaging application as well. This is how the messaging application looks like, and again the messaging application is again stock Android. There is no new UI which we can notice on this device, but one thing which I really like about this device is that it has continuous input and swipe to type supported as a default setting, so you don't have to do anything. Swipe to type or continuous input is supported on the go on this device without changing any settings. When it comes to typing on this device, the keyboard keys are pretty nicely spaced out and pretty big in size, so you will not have problem while typing on this device. In case you have problem with thick fingers, you can always get used to it, and or you can type in the landscape mode as well. So typing is not an issue, and you can also use voice to type on this device. When it comes to the apps which come pre-installed, one of the most important application which comes pre-installed on this device is Google Drive. And why I'm saying that is because with every Moto G you have the option of redeeming the 50 GB of free storage on Google Drive, and for that you just need to open the Google Drive application once you set up the phone. First it will give you a product tour in that case, and once the product tour is over, you will have the option of redeeming the 50 GB storage. And with whatever account you have actually signed up on this phone, the first Google account with which you have actually signed up on this phone, you can actually select that account and you can redeem the space when it comes to the 50 GB of free storage which you will get on your Google account with this application which company installed. So you just need to open this application and click on the redeem button, and then you need to select the Google account on which you would like to redeem that storage when it comes to the 50 GB of free storage which you will get with this device. And again, only once it will work, and for the first time when you do it, it will work for that particular account. Second time or third time when you do it, it will not work. To some pre-installed application, these are all the applications which come pre-installed. You have FM radio which comes pre-installed. You also get a file manager which comes pre-installed. You have a Hangout application also there. As you can see, the messaging application and Hangout application remains different, so they are different application altogether, so you don't have to confuse in between them. When it comes to Quick Office, you do have Quick Office application pre-installed. You have a large number of Google related pre-applications basically which come pre-installed. You also get Facebook and Twitter application pre-installed, which is again going to help you in day-to-day usage while you are using social media networks on the go. So as you can see, now we are playing a YouTube video from our channel, and this is a high definition video which is being played at high definition quality on this device. So when it comes to high definition video playback, there is no problem. You can play high definition videos on this device both at 720p as well as at 1080p. And when it comes to YouTube video playback, this is how it looks like. Let me just give you an idea about the viewing angles. So when it comes to viewing angles, the viewing angles are pretty good on this device. You can view the screen from extreme angles. Again, vertical angles are not that good, but from sideways there is no issue while watching this video. And let me just give you an idea about the overall sound quality and the loudness of the sound. So the overall loudness of the sound which comes out from the device is pretty good, I would say. Not too loud and not too low as well in terms of the volume. And when it comes to the quality of sound, the quality of sound is also pretty good. The loudspeaker mesh is actually at the back side over here. And again, when you place the device like this on a table, the sound will get muffled to an extent, but it will not get blocked properly. Now here we have the benchmark scores on Quadrant Standard which we have got for this device. When it comes to the total score for this device which we have got is 8971. The CPU is 33202. The memory is 3188. Input output operation is 6082. 2D is 287 and 3D is 2096. When it comes to the ranking, this device ranks above all other devices when it comes to benchmark in comparison with all these devices which we have. So it is 8971 and it is at the top when it comes to the benchmark scores on Quadrant. On Antutu benchmark, we have got a pretty impressive score for this device considering the price at which this device comes and the ranking when it comes to the benchmark. It is ranked in between the Google Nexus 4 and Samsung Galaxy S3, and the benchmark score for this device is 17448. And when it comes to the detail score, this is how the detail actually look like for the UX, CPU, RAM, GPU and input and output operation in case you are interested. On Ninamark, we have got a score of 57.9 FPS, which is again a pretty good score, and this is definitely a very good thing for a device like this because you can actually play graphic intensive games as well on this device. Although when it comes to medium graphic intensive, like you can play Frontline Commando, D-Day, Temple Run, OZ, Subway Surfer, these casual games will all run perfectly fine. When it comes to the storage is kind of limited, so in case you have the storage of installing some heavy games like Modern Combat 4 or Nova 3, you can also play those games with slight amount of graphic lag, but again you can play those games on this device as well. So now we are playing this game called Temple Run OZ, and this is a casual game. As far as touchscreen response is concerned, the touchscreen is pretty responsive. The graphics are also pretty good. I can see the shadows and other effects. There is no problem with the graphics as well while playing this game. So in terms of the graphic response as well, it is working pretty well. As far as the sensors of the device are concerned, the gravity sensor on the device is also working well. And the touchscreen is quite responsive to the finger touch, and there is no problem which I can notice while playing this game on this device. So now we are playing this medium graphic intensive game called Frontline Commando D-Day, and again this is something which is kind of disturbing for this device, because whenever I try to play a game like this, the touchscreen buttons actually does obstruct the gameplay at times, just like it did just now. As far as the response from the touchscreen is concerned, all the controls are accessible and there is no problem on the touchscreen. The controls are accessible, the response from the touchscreen is also pretty good while playing this game. And the overall graphic performance of this device while playing this game is also pretty good. So there is no issue as such which I am facing as of now while playing this game. So this game runs perfectly fine on this device without any issues. Now when it comes to the LED notification light, this device does not have any LED notification light which could light up whenever the device is charging or whenever you receive missed call or notifications. You can always install third-party application which will make your flashlight actually work as a LED notification light. That is also possible. There are applications which are available on the Play Store for that. So apart from that, there is no other solution on this device. Now let's talk about the battery. The battery on this device is pretty good. Again, the battery gives you around 1 day of battery backup pretty easily with moderate usage, which does not involve a lot of game playing, and it also does not involve a lot of video watching. So if you watch videos moderately and if you play some games like for 15 minutes or 20 minutes, that is perfectly okay. It will give you around 1 day of battery backup in that case. If you are a heavy gamer, if you watch videos a lot on your device, then in that case it will not give you 1 day of battery backup. In that case it will give you around 8 to 9 hours of battery backup, which is again pretty okay. For heavy users out there, you can always carry a battery pack with you. So that's all from us. Let's come to our verdict as of now for this device. I would like to say the kind of hardware which you are getting for Motorola Moto G at this price point is pretty good. It is much better than the other phones out there. However, when we talk about the after sales support is also being taken care of by Motorola. Motorola has like 4 to 5 service centers in every city, in every metro cities, to actually take care of the support of this particular phone. So you do have the support in place. When it comes to the overall performance in day-to-day usage, this device is pretty good for anyone out there who is looking for a best budget Android phone. This is one of the best hardware you can actually get at this price point. So we would like to give a thumbs up to this device on the basis of the kind of hardware you are getting, the kind of performance you are getting in day-to-day usage, the kind of experience you are getting when it comes to multimedia and gaming on this device as per the price which you pay for it. So it is a pretty good value for money. That is something which we can tell you about Motorola Moto G as of now. We are pretty happy with this device, although something which was not very good on this device earlier before the KitKat update was the camera, but the camera has also been enhanced. But again, you can't expect an 8 megapixel quality or a very good quality from the camera on this device. When it comes to low light shots will give you some amount of noise, but again they will be pretty decent on this device when it comes to the camera when you take the photo from the rear camera. The front camera is also pretty okay. It can do a decent quality video chat, but not a high definition video chat from the front camera. So do let us know if you have any specific question for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.